Okay, starting to record. Okay. Yeah, it took a while. I don't know why. Let's do this. You're very fast because I usually hit the recording and you did it pretty fast. Okay. Oh, I see some. First of all, you are dressed like some sort of warrior. What came to me first is ninjas. I also heard that I saw that I see some figures, but they are, when I touch them, they dissipate. So these are holographic images of some almost like ninja warriors. And you're their teacher. You're teaching them. But you don't look like a human. You look different. You say that you are off. You're from some star. You actually say that you go teach different stars, like Arctur. You've been to Sirius C. You've been to different planets, like Jupiter, Saturn. Saturn, one of the rings on Saturn, there's a basis where they recruited you. And then you said that at some point you realize that your ancient knowledge of fighting and manipulating energy in the fight and also scanning the person you're fighting with they started using on Mars and Moon. Mars database, you're saying. And then I see, let me go all the way back because it's like a bit confusing. I just connected to your subconscious and you started telling me all this. Let me tell you how you look. You look like a humanoid being, but with green skin and like a light. It's like brown pupils, but darker brown, or on the light, they look like green-brown eyes. There's no white part in the eye, no. They are large, like you would normally see in those, let's say, those beings are Arctur or Arcturus or Andromedians. And it's like, I'm trying to understand where you came from because I got a feeling you're not from this universe. Like, because I see you zooming through a portal and I see your base. It's like a warrior base or something in between the universes. I get the universe 23 and 24. And there's just you know what it is? It's like when the takeovers of the universes started, some of the ancient beings formed a union. They would watch, um, they they would build a connection in between what happened with the consciousness of the beings that they started being possessive of others, wanting to take control or take over. some of the possessions or inventions that other races had, and how to develop almost like an antidote in a way, um, to prevent that from happening, because that seemed to slow down the, it's almost like scientific research, but your part in that research is infiltrate different races that are interested in learning those fighting skills. And you went like, you did go to Andromeda also. You did go to Pleiades. Um, but it's like you went to Pleiades, for instance. I see like a spiral galaxy connected to Pleiades, and there's like a satellite mm, planet connected to it. Um, how to explain? There's lots of satellites, and they're kind of located in the energy rings of each planet, of each star, because we're just kind of, we can only see it on Saturn, but in reality, I see energetic rings around every star and planet. And that's where you would fly. I mean, your ship looks like a giant rhombical shape ship like that. And it's like on top, it's like glass that can mold and can open up. It can open up like a platform where other ships can, like helicopters can land on some ships that go on in the ocean. That's the same idea. I mean, it's kind of interesting design, and the glass on top is kind of like dark red that I see, and it's called like Ruby 67. Kind of interesting name. Avenger. It's like it's under, it's a long name, but I do see Ruby 67 on it. Like, it's not in writing. I just know how it's called, how they call it, how you call it. And there's a lot of members. There's probably around 600 members on it. So you came just with knowledge. So basically what you want to do is you want to send your agents to different alien races, different cultures, different galaxies, to prevent wars that are running on the timelines. And the wars were introduced by different races. The particular race that you're almost like you find they're very hostile. It's like, looks like an ancient turtle race, but some of them have those shells on the back, but most of them don't. They look like humanoid form, but they have those arms and legs like turtles, and the face is kind of wrinkly, almost like dinosaur skin, kind of harsh. Those I see that they've been to Uranus. They're like from there. They have headquarters there. I still see them right now. And they partially underground. There's one facility on top. It's like a tunneling system that kind of goes inside, and there's a square type facility inside. And on the outside, it's like a big dome covering it. The big dome is, it's like a glass I can see through. Pretty much the same like biodomes on the moon technology. Those are located there. I see that they train, that the reptilian warriors come there. Those reptilian warriors look like they have the thin feet and they stick out. And they wear the black ninja kind of outfit, black robe with the belt. And I see that they send 3 members of your crew, of like the whole team, at a time to negotiate with different there's a lot of stuff going on because basically first when you came to Earth to visit, you go to from one timeline to another. So you went to one timeline when the seeding of the Earth was happening, when they were seeding the humans. That's a timeline when you were saying 7 races got together to seed humans. And they put all their 7 DNAs together, and all the galaxies, all the alien races, the main ones that we know, participated in this experiment because it was fascinating for them to see how the adaptation of a human would happen. But then the Anunnaki, they are the ones who also started coming to teach humans, and they kind of ruined the experiment on that particular timeline you're showing me, because they would incarnate in human bodies, but they would still look much bigger, and they would be considered gods by humans, and they would teach them things. And that's how the Greek mythology was created, and you observe that too. And you have 250 lives on Earth. This is 251. And you basically got here. You were not forced. You came here to prevent the war in 2027 that was supposed to eliminate 1/3 of the population of Earth. And there would be a war of different technology. It would be a wave technology, weapons used in between nations. But the initiators, I see a reptilian face, looking like a lizard face, staring at me with the yellow eyes. Those are the ones who are trying to promote the timeline. And they also trying to kick out and eliminate the rest of the Anunnaki DNA that is still preserved in humans for now. But they're doing the global experiment right now to eliminate a lot of DNA that they don't need. They're basically fighting with each other. That was the sneaky way to get rid of some of the competitors, let's say, who want to dominate and control Earth. And you've been an observer, all that. You're in one of the observation groups, you're saying. They're usually groups of about 10, 15 beings that come from different universes. Sometimes they form alliances or unions in between galaxies. A lot of them are just watching how the experiments go on the human race. Others, mostly the ones who are from other universes, like you are, trying to prevent nuclear war and other types of wars happening. You even show me that you've been driving this. They look like spaceships, but they are also rhombical ones that you would hit the asteroids or some debris from space. They were supposed to hit the Earth, but you prevent them with the energy. It's like a plasma ray that redirects it from Earth. You did that job too. And you also, when you are asleep, you go to the center of the Earth and you wear special glasses or something because you go to, it's like a weird thing I see. It's like a tube that goes to the center of the Earth. It's like the elevator tube, and you derive, it's almost like some sample of energy. You put it in some sort of box. They take it from the box, from the to the spaceship, the rhombical small spaceship that kind of like waiting in the etheric level to receive it, and then you take it for observation. There is something about the energy of the earth that you study because it's changing, but it's also about the physical components of it that are changing also. And at some point, there's going to be a big change happening at both etheric and physical level. And you're just like measuring the parameters when it's going to happen. I suspect, oh, let me see. It's like shifting of plateaus. In a way, it's not a plateau shifting, it's dimensional shifts. All the dimensions, they're gonna like merge, unmerge, and separate. So there's gonna be a buffer zones created in between dimensions where some entities will be stored to cleanse some levels. Because right now the cleansing also happening, but you're saying that it's not as effective as what they think that the earth is gonna do for herself, and you're observing that. The only annoying thing that you got all these matrix programs, and you also have a big dragon who is, I see big dragon with big giant feet, wings, like a classical dragon with scales on the belly, on the back, with those kind of like spots that stick out. And he's just an ancient dragon that got attached to you because you were I see some cave. I see some cave in your life number 6, and you look like that, like you look like yourself. In that life, you could shape shift into the alien you came as, back into human again, and you would go That was like a 17th century, and you were hired by the Roman, something connected to Rome, Italy. You were hired by some royal families there, some elite. That's what I hear. Because of the knowledge you had about the stars, the earth. It's like you were an astronomer in that epoch. Louis. And then you had this, it's almost like a cave. It's like a cave under the ground, but you would go into the church, and in the church, the stairs down, 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 down. You go down the stairs, and it's like, those, it's like candles or something very dark. And then you go in there, and you would see lots of books that actually the books that you wrote, all of them, and you carried them from other dimensions to this one to teach and you would periodically take them out and bring them back in, and you would teach those elite families, and the dragons would use you to teach the elite families because they needed to educate them about some magical rituals and how the energies work, how to program the human mind. And that's when the dragons got connected to you. Um, this thing is, you actually kind of knew what they were doing, why, but you wanted to stay connected because you tried to change the system, and you figured that the only way to change the system is to infiltrate the system. And that was a life where he got connected to you. I see like a chain around his right foot and connected to your left foot on the ankle. You're connected by this chain. He's standing and like staring at you. Sometimes he can change into an eagle form
Oh my
and
god.
back into the dragon. Yeah, he does. It changes back and forth. You had a lot of lives in the ancient times. Like I see you like in armor, like a knight. Also, England, some symbology of royal families, castles in England again, a lot of that. You were trying to follow despite this connection with this dragon eagle form, he is like shapeshifter because he has both DNAs in him. You were trying to follow the royal family creation, an idea how to figure out how to control, how through them the Draco reptilians control humans, so you can bring that information up to your concilium, and then in your concilium you can decide how to create an antidote or how to help humanity to disconnect from them and to regain their power. Um, that's all about that. But you know martial arts, you know a lot of ancient technology, artifacts, how they work, where they're located on Earth. A lot of ancient knowledge, and they actually they're searching for you. The system knows where you are, but you strategically. I'm trying to look at your, because that particular ninja outfit that you're wearing, it's like a protective shield. Um, I see that they tried implants in you, but you would create you corrosion in the metal that they would use. Sometimes you would burn them up. You used up a lot of your vital energy constantly fighting them because they would put implants and you would like accumulate a lot of energy to burn them up. That's basically the dragon and his team. His team is like black reptilian beings who work for him. I see four. They're smaller. They don't have wings. They stand up on their feet with tails. And there's something in your back. How is it called? It's like a catheter, I guess that's how it's called. It's like metallic device, but it's more like a plasticky metal. I don't know what it is. It's like something that the only thing you couldn't get rid of. It's on your back. It's where the tailbone is, and it's like molded also into the tailbone area, and it opens up, and that's where they have these crystals. They have like a stick with a ball. The ball is red, the crystal is white. They hold it, and when they put this in, the red absorbs your energy from all the centers of your body, which is divided by this. I see 9 chakras, like they're shelves. And they would get that vital energy from you. They don't care what energy, just vital energy. And would get that for themselves, 4 of them. He sends them a different, he's connected to many, many people, for sure. He calls himself Ashar. That I asked him what his name is, the dragon. And he said, she's my slave. I have lots of slaves. I'm trying to catch all of them who came to change the earth, who came to help. And I'm asking him, how come you didn't put any implants in? He said, well, I'm draining a lot of your energy. Sometimes I manage to get up to 75 or even 80%. That's when she feels very tired. She's got the ability of warrior. She carries the warrior soul. Your soul looks like a fire, like a ball of fire, yellow and red. You have the ability to raise your vibration quickly and burn up everything inside of you. The only thing that he 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 embedded into you, there's like transparent glasses on your face that is just they kind of like squeezing your temple area, but through these glasses, like an implant, he is using them for seeing through your eyes. And by looking at people, you can scan them and he can get information from people, and he can see if the energy or the soul or the DNA, the etheric DNA that they have might be useful for him. So he would either connect or not connect to those people through you. Um, and I feel like people also feel that about you. And a lot of times they're like trying to run away, or they subconsciously feel like they don't want to deal with you. It's solely because of that dragon connection to you. They cannot explain it. It's just their sensation, fight or flight. type sensation. Uh, because they're in reality, you're actually fighting for the humanity in a way by he turned it upside down. He inverted it, complete inversion, to instead of you making connections with people, his ideal situation would be that you would not be dealing with people at all. It would be always by yourself. Um, there's a book. There's a book of lives. So you took off the glasses and you took out the catheter from the back, from the tailbone. I see them both. And you opened like a metallic door, like a portal, threw them out. I see book. It's a bright red book. It has a round circle. It has the wings. Looks like the wings. The wings look like leather wings of that dragon. And there's like fire, like classical way that they draw fire in the middle between the wings. It's like a symbology that your soul belongs to him. The contract, and I'm asking you to ask him about how many lives did you sign for, and you signed for 10 different patterns of lives, but it doesn't say how many lives. They're just gonna go nonstop, pattern after pattern after pattern, like a carousel, or or a twisting, kind of like a spiral going on and on. Each life is a bit different, but yet the same. They all united, all 250 before this one. I united by trauma. How is that? It's accidents, it's incidents, it's you being taken, sometimes being taken from your parents, other times they take something from you. I see like one life they took your children from you. It's Sweden, life in Sweden. I see like a little girl of 2 years and a boy of 4. And somebody accused you of something that you were not guilty. It was related to your husband. Um, then I see one life when you something animals. It's all about the animals. You breed dogs. You breed dogs, and one dog attacks somebody. You know those tall dogs with very short hair. They're almost like bulldogs, but they look different. I like literally see them. They're brown with spots. Pretty tall. So it's almost some sort of like they wanted to distract. He wanted to distract you big time, so you wouldn't be able to do what you do. So basically, you ended up doing a little bits and pieces of what you consider as your mission at night when your body is asleep. But your problem is low energy because the dragons would always come to you and siphon your energy by charging up their crystals that they use for what they do. They got multiple projects running at the same time. So you take that book of life from him. It has a lot of pages. You tell me that it has more than 400 pages. And you're just putting it into the fireplace, red brick fireplace that you created in your energy sphere. And see it's burning. purple flame universe you came from, and you like fire because you like fire. You like all the elements, basically. That's what you're saying. You like fire, air, water, and land, earth. And you go collect knowledge and experience from all the planets and different universes connected to those elements that represent the most. Like Earth represents the most of water because it was a water planet. But then it was all about the mission of helping it come back to the water planet again. So you burn that one up. You throw the implants. The it's like there's 16 DNA strands I see right now. You reduced them on purpose when you came to this universe because you wouldn't be able to use them all. And you had to fragment your soul also because I see one part of you in that body that I saw you originally in the beginning of the session, standing still in this headquarters. It's like it almost like looks like a dome, but it's white marble kind of. But it's not marble, it's energy in between the universes. It's like you're saying it's an intersection of the universes 23 and 24 and 25 too. That's where you're located. And there's like guardians of the universes, guardians of peace. And so nobody creates portal systems in between mm, to spoil to ruin the perfect flow and balance of energies in each universe. So you guard. Telling you can cleanse your energy bodies too. You create like a rainbow in your energy sphere, and each color illuminates. The like projector projects a light down, goes down, and it just cleanses all the garbage, like you say, in your emotional, mental bodies that they try to suppress you so much and make you feel lonely and not liked, not loved in a lot of lives of yours. And simply because you were also trying to get out of one situation or the other, you would spend all your energy in those lives just trying to survive as a victim of strange circumstances that would show up one after another, that the dragon would create and write down in the book. And you're cleansing all of those residues coming from all those lives, from your energy bodies. You did. You took out the, like yourself, you set the shelves of your artificially created chakra system that the bodies have, designed by those 7 races that designed the bodies and reseeded the earth from the original. You took them out, you threw them out in the portal also. And you remove the chain from your ankle connected to the dragon. You burned it up with your eyesight. And you open the portal. And the dragon and the black draconians. So like reptilian and draconian hybrids. Not straight definition of one or the other. Are walking out also of your energy spheres. You told them to do that. You also interestingly touched the last one to practice your abilities because you got the information from me that you can turn it in a black dog, like in that life when you were breeding dogs and you turned it into a black dog. You walked out that way and you closed the portal. Right now. So you're done with the cleansing part. Let me see if you did any hybrids, any DNA samples you took. Nope, I don't see any DNA samples or hybrids. He didn't touch your DNA, he couldn't. It's like fire strands of DNA. He could not mutate them. It looks clean. So, I don't know, we're done with this part. If you want, I can, or, I mean, you can turn it off. We can start the personal questions if you want, or whichever you want. Yeah.
Okay.
You can turn off, or I can turn off. 1 sec.